All right.
And 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your humble host, Eric. How you doing? Good. I didn't give you time to answer. Boom. That's Michael's paraphrase of my intro, and I liked it. So it's been a crazy week since the last time that we talked. Florida has declared war on everything. They made a big stink in the news by banning 40% of the math books. And then the governor said that it's okay because the other 75% are still okay. Inflation has hit all over the place. And there are some corporations who've decided they're making just enough money. Arizona Iced Tea refuses to raise prices. The CEO said he didn't want to be like those scumbag oil guys. A Florida judge who the Bar Association ruled as unqualified decided to end the mask mandate for the entire country. And people were pulling their masks off mid-flight on airplanes. Wouldn't you like to be an immunocompromised person who psyched themselves up for their first trip with a mask on one of those flights? The stock market had a pretty crazy week. I know that one thing that freaked a whole lot of people out was Netflix. Let's take a look at the market. Oh God, it's bleeding. Okay, so that's not good. That was something that people got pretty wigged out about this week, and Netflix dropped a whole lot of stuff. On that mask mandate, everybody on board the airplanes, they were all celebrating it, and as Trevor Noah pointed out, including COVID. Yeah. So good times. If you missed it, one of the most fun things that happened this week was Kevin McCarthy just lying so much. Fox reporter called out Kevin McCarthy to his face. They're like, hey, what about that audio? He's like, well, I never said that. And they're like, here's the audio. Well, I never said that. And look at the border. See behind me there, the border? Look at the border. Get scared of the border. Border, border, border. You really should have seen it. It was absolutely amusing. Terrible at politicianing because he should really be much better at lying. Or like Marjorie Taylor Greene this week, just say you didn't recall anything at all from any day at all around January 6th, which is also something that happened. And because we always like to, let's see, I would want to do something else there. Ron DeSantis decided to punish Disney by taxing the people of Florida and regulating a corporation. As Trevor Noah pointed out, wokeness and fighting the wokeness of Disney has now made Republicans want more regulations and to tax corporations. So they're so concerned about wokeness, they've become liberals. Also, like to point CNN Plus, the streaming service, has decided that because they've only got less than 10,000 viewers. By the way, Facebook for the Blind, neck and neck with CNN Plus streaming service. 10,000.
There were weeks we had them. Weeks we had them.
But you want to know what, though? I think our return on investment is way better because CNN spent $300 million on those fewer than 10,000 viewers. You know how much I spent on this show? Nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't spent anything. Have you spent anything?
No.
Not one red cent here.
just my Zoom subscription. That's really it. But, I probably would do that for porn anyway. So finally, like to close out an animal story. U.S. Fish and Wildlife staff in North Carolina welcomed a litter of 6 red wolf pups. Look at them. Look at the little cute red wolf pups. And that has been an example of the news from Facebook for the Blind for April 26th, 2022. Handing it off to my beautiful co-host with memes. Hey, Michael.
Here come the memes. And we're starting off with a tweet from friend of the show, Kenny Kyle. This is admittedly a little old. It says 2021. I'm just going to bump it up to 2022. How does a Matrix movie work in 2022? I'm supposed to be scared of living in a fake reality. trapped forever in 1999. Get Frost my tips and log me in.
Awesome.
Frost my tips. I'm going to start saying that instead of slap my ass. Well, frost my tips. Again, another one that's 2021, but I'm bumping it up to 2022 because it still works. 2009, spent hours assigning individual ringtones to everyone I know. 2021, sets phone to silent and lets everything go to voicemail.
Yep.
This is this guy's name Jason Bateman? I think it's Jason Bateman.
Yes, Jason.
Arrested Development guy. So it's a picture of him, and it's clearly from Arrested Development, and it says, "Me, I'm in my prime, my knees, the fuck you are." From Jim Fail Nation. This is this is just a simple. It's not even a meme. It's just a picture of category letters that have been arranged to spell out my butthole. And this is it's a really similar picture, except it's been arranged to say, oh, it's Scrabble. These are Scrabble letters. That's right. Yeah. This is arranged to say your butthole. And that's all. This is a picture of a gremlin with a bikini top on and like long green doll hair kind of looking, and it's got really red lipstick, makes it look like it's pursing its lips. On the top panel, it's a very strange picture. It's a sexualized gremlin, and then right below that is a picture of Master Yoda, and the text in impact font says, "Young I was, needed the money I did."
Oh God.
This is a picture of 4 different like toilet paper packages you can buy. 12 mega plus equals 54 regular. Another one is a different brand and it's like 30 double rolls equals 68. And this one says 12 equals 72. And then another one, Charmin, says 18 equals 82. And the caption says, "Toilet paper math is the hardest kind of math."
Hashtag truth.
It's like, who among us has not had that experience standing in the aisle? And you're like, how the fuck did I get out of elementary school? I cannot figure out which is the best toilet paper to buy for the money. Like, what's the most for your money? Who knows?
Yep.
This is a picture of me. No, this is a picture. It says, "Police, drop your weapon." Me. And then there's a picture of this guy who is dropping it like it's hot. And I think I have one more, maybe 2 more for this round. This is upsetting. This is a picture of a man who I would say he's probably in his early 60s, and he's got really thick black framed glasses, and he's wearing a floral shirt and paisley pants. And the whole scene is really beige and busy. And it says the Weather Channel said dress for the mid 70s today.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Alfred Hitchcock.
Excellent.
At least
I love
his
that
like
guy.
look does.
That guy looks like the
this
cool, hip 70s disco uncle that I always wanted to have.
This is the last one I have for this round. And it says, "If uncomfortable was a picture," and then it's a picture of like a cartoon kind of character holding their arm up, and they're wearing a jacket, and then you see that you can see through the jacket sleeve, and you see that their long sleeve shirt has been bunched up around their bicep when they put their jacket on, and that is the most uncomfortable. That's like when the sock goes under your foot.
I hate that. I hate that, Michael. I hate when your inner sleeve scooches up like that. Hate that. I agree with you. I go crazy. I have to fix it.
If I put my coat on and my sleeve does that, I'm not fucking going anywhere. No. I'm taking the coat off.
You're fixing
going back
it?
to the couch.
Oh, you're going back to the couch. I have to fix it immediately.
Yeah, that's it. No, bad juju.
Immediately. I wonder if that's one of those genetic things like cilantro. So either you know what Michael's talking about exactly and you have that same reaction, or you don't, and it's isolated on one single gene in a human's brain. Anyways.
Intriguing.
If you've never had your sleeve bunched up around your bicep when you put on your coat, then fuck you. If there are people out there that's never happened to them, they're my enemy. Like, that's it.
Dude, I'm wearing a pullover sweater right now. I get stuff bunched up all the time. Yes, I concur. Totally concur. All right, getting into round one, ostensibly wholesome, but I don't think so. Tom Cotton, Senator Tom Cotton, who's a complete jerk, he posted 75 years ago, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier as the first African-American Major League Baseball player. Today, we honor him and his lasting legacy. And John Brown replies, should students learn why he wasn't allowed to play? Because there's a lot of
love it.
Yeah, don't say CRT stuff going on out there. And it's funny, friend of the show, Joe says, Cotton, huge hypocrite, huge D-bag, huge racist, or all three. And it was just a whole series of replies saying, why not all of those? Sure, yeah, very good. This one made me laugh, just a shot from The Simpsons. It is not Lisa walking into a place and there's a sign that says, keep out. And then below it, it says, or enter. I'm a sign, not a cop. Which just amused me. Friend of the show, Elaine Boozler. Elaine, thanks for all the cards and letters. You are a sweetheart. Elaine Boozler says, I guess Tucker Carlson's ball tanning is the male equivalent of the trend of women bleaching their anuses. Tucker chose something different because that asshole is already as white as you can get. All right. This is a ruined children's book, and we have an elephant in a Texas t-shirt. And its title is "It's My Uterus Now," and we have a girl crying, and the elephant has a uterus in it. Yeah, I know, it's kind of painful. I didn't want to. I was light on memes. So, friend of the show, Steve Rendell. Steve, thanks for listening to the show. Steve says, "I am trying to understand three things about Elon Musk. Who thinks that a guy who fires people for disagreeing with him is going to stamp out quote censorship on Twitter? Wouldn't stamping out all limits on free expression on Twitter quickly destroy Twitter as a commercial enterprise? Is this perhaps the point for some by turning it into a billionaire's own version of 8chan? And for those who would impose free speech on private property, should there be no limits at all? This has been just lovely. Everybody talking about this guy here. Breaking from Reductress, meme says, man makes midlife crisis everybody's problem. It's a picture of
no shit,
because he just took Twitter private, and it's one of the largest communication systems in the world, and people are talking about free speech, and it's like, are you guys missing that it's actually corporate monopoly over the means of communication for the world, for like billions of people? Okay, sure, whatever. Yeah. Also, Roseanne posts, this man's life is a midlife crisis. And it's just three pictures of Elon as a little preppy kid and as a balding startup PayPal guy, and then with surprisingly lots of great looking hair as the world's richest man. Fashion comments, this is how you age when your wealth is from apartheid diamond mines. All right. Just a couple left for this round. I'm gonna hand it back to you, Michael. This is in Library Think Tank, and these people are disturbed. Loannis posts, government, we decide to legalize marijuana in the South. The South, ... 5 minutes later. And it's a picture of deep fried, battered marijuana leaves. And they look tasty, don't they? They look crunchy.
Yeah, especially if they cook it like Nashville hot chicken.
Oh, dude, my Southern relatives taught me that the best things in life are fried. Last one for this round. Stockpile of memes and satire shares, if you had a shitty week, just remember that at least you didn't go on the BBC News with your dildo on your bookshelf. And we've got a zoom shot of Yvette Amos on BBC Wales Today. And that is pretty freaking clearly a dildo on the bookshelf in the background. So, if you're visually impaired and doing Zoom with the video on, make sure to feel around your bookshelves and make sure there's nothing compromising there.
I called dibs on
good for her. Good for her.
Called dibs on dildo. Excuse me. I called dibs on dildo on the bookshelf as a band name. Just wanted to make sure that I beat everybody else.
Okay. Right. But I'm just gonna say good for her for having a fucking dildo on the bookcase. Hopefully she has a few more sprinkled around her house too.
Okay. Woo. Round 2.
Woo!
Please be patient. I'm a terrible person. all it says.
Nice.
This is a 4-panel comic. These can get a little cumbersome, but I'm going to go for it. It's a woman, and she has her hands up to her face, and she's talking. You see the back of a dog's head, and the woman says, "Who's a good boy?" And then you see the front of the dog's face, and it's wearing shades and a leather jacket, and it says, "Not me, babe." And then the third panel, the dog points to the back of the jacket, and it says, "Bad to the bone."
Nice.
And then the fourth panel is the dog sitting on a motorcycle and flipping her off. And Satanic Vaginas 2 says, "This is so fucking stupid. I hate how much I'm laughing." This is a Paige, new friend of the show, The Ugly Side of Tumblr. I've been enjoying it.
Nice.
It says CEO mindset, and it's a picture of a Lamborghini driving. It looks like it's driving fast. And it says, daily steps you can take to own a Lamborghini one day. 1, wake up at 5 a.m. 2, 30-minute workout. 3, eat a healthy breakfast. 4, find a Lamborghini and steal it.
Nice.
Anybody can do it. This is a picture. I don't know this actor's name. I know he was on the show with the crystal meth Breaking Bad.
Oh,
and
right, yes.
He was the bad guy. But he's just looking into the camera, and he's got his gold wireframe glasses on, and it says, "Bitches be like, are you far left or far right? Bitch, I'm far ting." Sorry.
So bad.
Fart jokes always get me. This is from a friend of the show, Evil Kai Guy, who writes, "Batman buys Catwoman a drink. Catwoman slowly pushes drink off the table." Oh, this is fun. This is kind of long, but it's important. Friend of the show, Stead Weasley says, "A real thing that happened to me yesterday. Someone working in my apartment when I wasn't there snuck a piece of white chocolate that was on the table, but it was actually an edible, and I returned to paramedics in my living room because said person thought they were having a stroke." Can you imagine if you're just like a plumber? You just sneak a piece of white chocolate, from the house you're working on. That's against the rules, but who's gonna know?
Nice.
Oh, this is a picture of a 911 call who says, this is related. It's a picture, it's like on the news or like Fox News whenever they post a text from a 911 call. And it says, "Officer who ate pot brownies." Calls 911 and says, "I don't know. We made brownies and I think we're dead. Time is going by really, 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 really slow." It's so tough. My favorite part is, "And I think we're dead."
I think we're dead. I've heard stoners say that.
Oh man, it's too good. This is somebody has searched on Google, "why does my back hurt?" And the result is just like a krill, a shrimp, sitting at a desk working on a computer. Trash Can Paul. These are like these weird role-playing games or something that get advertised sometimes on like social media, and they're just really strange, and they're always
you won't last 5
aggressive.
minutes. You won't last 5 minutes playing this
they're
game.
like weirdly sexual, and like they don't always make a lot of sense. I actually think they have to be like bots that create these. Anyway, picture of a woman, and she's got her eyes closed and her mouth open, and she's looking up, and like her face is pointing toward the ceiling. She looks like she's kind of drooling. And I think we're supposed to see that what this is actually a picture of is her sleeping on her back, but they've tilted the frame up so it would fit. And there's a picture of the man, and he's saying, "I have to pee," or "I gotta pee." And then it only gives you 2 options. And the one option is pee in her mouth. And the second option is divorce. This is Trash Can Paul. But honestly, these ads, they really are. This one is clearly altered, but these ads are really, really strange. And I think this is my last meme for this round, and this is from Classical Fuck. And once again, I've included this meme in this show because it's a picture of Eric's dad, who happens to be the logo for Kentucky Fried Chicken. And so it says, my little niece asked me, why is his body so little? And now I can never unsee it.
Yep.
And the Colonel Sanders wears, of course, the tie, the necktie. But whenever you look at it now, it really does, the way his necktie is, really does look like a little stick body, like the full Colonel Sanders face on a stick body. And the only thing I know to do is ask you, Eric, is his body really that little?
Yes it is.
That's accurate. You're like, that's my dad.
It's a medical condition. God. Oh man. All right. I want to send out a shout out to Barry. Thanks for joining us, Barry. Long time no see.
Hey, it's so good to see you. Happy to be here. My great pleasure. Hello.
We are into Act 2, which does not have an official designation, so I'm going to go ahead and say it's the Anarchy round. Vermin Supreme shares a rainbow that says, "Anarchy warms my heart." I thought that was pretty good.
I love it.
Just for warmth there. Bit of a news story. I really did. I wanted to just get a smidge of coverage here. We've got this week some really, bombshell stuff about Marjorie Taylor Greene texting Mark Meadows and like documented stuff calling, hey, ask the president to implement martial law. She misspelled martial, but she meant it. You know what I mean? And like, it really feels like it should be like, pretty serious stuff. And then I realized, man, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, that's that typical 3-name thing, like John Wilkes Booth, always bad, always bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mark Meadows, like Lex Luthor, right? Mark Meadows, anyway, it wasn't a full joke. It was just a premise, but get back to me. Lex Luthor. This is Shouter Me and Mo from the balcony for the soup party. For those of you who tuned in and tried to figure out what was going on during the soup party, it looked like this outside and it looked like this inside.
That's actually what it sounded like.
Mm-hmm. I know.
That second picture.
Yeah. You could hear the color of the walls, couldn't you? It felt sort of warm and squished. Yeah. Anyways, that's there you go. That's everybody. Well, actually, there's a few people out of the picture, but yeah, it was good times. It was very good times. Let's see here. This is a picture of a text message, and it says, "Me hungover. I don't remember what happened last night." And then last night it says, "NATO blocked you. You are blocked."
Wow.
From following NATO. I don't remember what happened last night.
Jesus.
I know.
I mean, like, I just want to know if somebody's actually blocked by NATO. Like, that's impressive.
Yes, indeed. You got to wonder, because it's not like they don't get harmless, they have to get stuff all the time. I'm sorry, assuming all the time. All right, moving on. This next one is posted by Facebook for the Blind, a weekly memecast. If you're not following Facebook for the Blind, a weekly memecast, how are you even at this show? This is a picture, 2-panel, and it's a picture of shorts with the Marvel logo on it. It says, "You don't like Marvel movies?" And then on the ass part, it says, "You've got something against conventionally attractive white people quipping in between poorly filmed fight scenes and 3-hour blocks of pro-US propaganda?" And from memes that can save the world. And
listen,
when you put it that way,
I'm a DC fan. I'm just saying, I enjoy the MCU, but yeah, there's something valid in this critique.
Oversaturation.
I would not say that those fight scenes are poorly filmed. I do disagree with that.
But I see where they're coming from. I mean, I don't know. I have just noticed that, especially in recent local comedy, that the MCU has made a disproportionate intrusion on the world. And I was like, I liked it when we talked about real culture in the real world, but sure, whatever. Superheroes, great.
I think that curviness of the text along the butt is part of their point, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It does. The words get a little harder to read in the ass crack.
That also is a reference to the MCU.
Right, exactly. That's Barry's point. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm not gonna say that like it seems weird. We don't have to dive too deep here. My point is was actually the pro-US propaganda. Like and it's because the movies they move way behind the comics, you know. So don't worry, whoever made this meme. The comics are way more interesting. But these totally. You know, when these comics were written, it was all fucking America.
Good times. Speaking of America, since we live there, here's a shot from Florida. The Florida Freedom Trucking Convoy is shutting down wokeland roads in an act of sexless patriotism. And there was a little protest down at Disney World, and somebody put a little handmade sign up in front of the sign that says "Pedo World." And the person who wrote the caption of shutting down wokeland roads in an act of sexless patriotism says it's supposed to say selfless, but honestly, this is way better. Agreed. Thank you for making memes in no particular order. I'm just gonna throw stuff up here. Daisy Alioto says JPEG is French for I'm pegging. From Premium Internet Curation. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind. That's fine. I
don't get what they mean. Do they mean
JPEG?
I mean, I know. No, I know what pegging means.
Yeah, sure you do.
I was like, is this just what? Is she saying that this is just like what French people text when they're saying it? Like this is like BRB, you know?
Yeah, that's an excellent question.
It's just so common. Like, can't text right now. It's JPEG.
JPEG. All right, yo, moving on. This was interesting. This week, the McCarthy tapes broke, and the Daily Show sent out CNN McCarthy tapes, MSNBC McCarthy tapes, Fox News. Mickey Mouse just taught your kids what fisting is.
No wonder people watch Fox News. Shit, that's way more interesting.
It's compelling content. I'll just do two more and hand it back to you, bro. Jojo from Jertz says, if you're a grown-ass man picking a fight with a cartoon mouse, there ain't a testicle tanner in all the world that's going to make you more masculine. Hashtag truth. What do I end with?
So which of you guys would actually try a testicle tanner? Like, what's up with that shit?
That's the dumbest crap in the whole world.
Yeah, okay.
To quote Seth Meyers, never trust a conservative's second idea. Well, I don't trust vaccines, but I'll snort some horse paste.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they got a pill for that. Nah, I'm going to try testicle tanning first. Dumb. All right, I will end with this one because there's been a really crazy pattern of lying among Republicans on TV. Marjorie Taylor Greene, McCarthy. This says Kathy O passes on. Herschel said he was in the top 1% of his class. Donald said he was first in his class. Melania said she has a degree in architectural design. Cawthorn says he was accepted to the Naval Academy. Cotton says he was an Army Ranger. See a pattern here? I mean, it's just, you get up, you lie, then you lie about the lies. And even though this is from the national stockpile of memes and satire, you cannot parody this. This is just, I don't even know. Gaslighting's not even a strong enough word here. We're in a crazy territory. Very strange.
Yeah, you can't even call it projecting. It's just its own thing. We need it. It's just GOPing.
They decided to make an issue of grooming and pedophilia, like all over the place, right at the same time that Tennessee basically legalized child marriage. And it was like, Republicans
Right.
saying, no, wait, is there an age limit in this? Because I'm very concerned about the age limit. And then you see some of the people that passed the laws who like married this one girl that he met when he gave her an FHA scholarship in high school, kept track of her, and then married her.
Dude.
Gross. Yeah. And it's, no, every time they talk about anybody doing anything, I immediately go, what's this guy doing? What's this guy doing? You know what I mean? Super duper homophobic.
I know.
Think this
and
guy's
even
got
like
a
the
wide
voter fraud, they say like voter fraud, and then you find out it's those motherfuckers who are doing the voter fraud.
Yeah.
Then when women came forward about Republican politicians and said that these politicians had like, in some way harassed them or assaulted them, then the Republicans were like, they're all paid operatives, which they weren't. But then what they did was they used an actual Republican paid operative to go after Al Franken. Like it's so whatever they're saying you did is exactly what they're actually currently doing to you now.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway,
we should make that part of the process.
I'm not preaching. All right. Brooklyn Dad Defiant started round 3. Brooklyn Dad _Defiant says, "What's an affidavit?" And Randy Flagg replied, "The person in line behind David." Sorry, I fucking love this one. Michael Ordorno, friend of the show, says, "In Star Trek, did Ian McClellan play Chewbacca, or was it Vico Morgenstern?"
Love it.
Listen, I can't tell you this more than any other meme I've shared tonight. This meme I've looked at and looked at and looked at. It fucking pisses me off. And I just have to explain this to the listeners. Star Treks is spelled star, and then Trex is spelled Treks. And then Ian McClellan, MacLellan, play Chewbacca, Backy, or was it Vico, Vicco, fucking Morgenstern? In the Star Trek, did Ian McClellan play Chewbacca, or was it Vico Morgenstern? Fuck every word of this goddamn tweet.
You know what, though, man? I put spelling errors in to increase engagement. Totally works.
It worked in that one. So this is something we should talk about. This is Madison Cawthorn.
Yep.
And this is Madison Cawthorn wearing lingerie and sipping wine out of a dainty little glass. And I don't know how to say this, but I finally found something I like about Madison Cawthorn. This, like, if I just saw this picture, if I didn't know this was Madison Cawthorn, if you just held this picture in front of me and said, "What do you think about this man?" I would just say that he looks fucking great and he looks like he knows how to party. Like, that's all I would have to say about Madison Cawthorn. Unfortunately, there is so much more about Madison Cawthorn that is not him in lingerie, so we're moving on. Friend of the show, Keith and Lay, says, "Me, oh wow, this shop has everything my heart desires." Spooky shopkeeper, "Yes, I will warn you, every item comes with a price." Me, "Yes, I know how shops work." And then Kitty to say it adds, "Spooky shopkeeper, the price may be more than you expect to pay." Me, "Yes, I know how U.S. taxes work too." And then Dell 3141 says, "Shopkeeper, increasingly exasperated. I'm trying to tell you that I'm evil and offering these wares with no regard for the harm they will do." Me, also increasingly exasperated. "I know what capitalism is too, goddammit." At Rihanna at Rihanna_crypto says, "Ah, yes, the two genders." And then you see this letter that says all residents to some apartment building in San Francisco, and it says, "Dear Sir" or "Madman." The two genders. Salad Days, friend of the show, Salad Days, thanks for listening. Keep making that music. Says they post this picture of a man painting a wall, and you see what he's painting over is vandalism. Someone has written very crudely with a spray paint can, "Fart on cops."
That's an interesting mental image, isn't it?
I think that this should be like the Democrat slogan instead of "defund the police." Like, this would have been a way better if instead of saying "defund the police," which scared everyone, if they just would have made it "fart on cops," but still made it mean all the same things, then I think it would have been perfect. Fart on cops. I would wear that on a t-shirt. This is Trash Can Paul. Can't have a show without Trash Can Paul. We love you, Trash Can Paul. And I actually included this just because it's the Seinfeld like rhythm and cadence that I enjoy so much. And it's George and Jerry talking. George says, "Everybody's using panels. We use slices." And Jerry says, "A sliced meme." George, "We slice the meme." And Jerry, "We slice the meme." And George says, "A sliced meme." Nice. And the whole thing, of course, is in a pie chart. Like,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice. Fear of going out who understands me. There's a lot of introverted shit on there. I really enjoy it. Has at L_M says, "Your Kentucky Derby horse name is a symptom of one of your mental illnesses plus the last thing you ate." And of course, that meant that I had to repost this with hypervigilant tofurkey. And this week some people celebrated 420 on 420. Happy 420 to all those who celebrate. This is a picture of, there's two panels. The first one is a picture of Snoop Dogg wearing a party hat, very crudely photoshopped onto his head, and he's smiling and holding a joint, and it says "Me on 420." And then it says "Me the other 364 days of the year," and it's the exact same picture but without the party hat.
Beautiful.
And that's all I got for round 3. Saving only my post with the most.
Nice. So let's see here. I got all kinds of stuff to share. Man, I'm out of practice. I don't know how every week I get out of practice. Like, shouldn't be this hard. It really should. There it is. Like, pop. Not gonna explain. All right.
And everyone see my screen.
Yeah. Hi there. My name is. This first shot is from. I really should have memorized it, but it's Matthew McConaughey in. Oh my God.
Dazed and Confused, you.
Thank you, God. Dazed and Confused, and he's in the car with his co-pilot there, but they're both wearing hard helmets that are labeled with lots of union stickers, and he says, "Hey, do you have a union card?" Stranger, "No, be a lot cooler if you did." And this was posted by AFL-CIO. Loved it. Thought it was very great. This next one, this is what I was trying to work on here. Posted a fun one from Fail Blog. Thanks for following us, Fail Blog. Says there's a koality observation. A koala's fingerprints are so similar to humans that even crime scene investigators have been confused by them. We got pictures of a koala thumbprint and a human thumbprint, and then close-ups of the ridges, and they are stinking identical. So yeah, koala fingerprints so similar, crime scene investigators have been confused by them. And Nick Morrow replies, "Wait, what kind of crime scene has both?"
No shit.
And it's true. Like I got all kinds of interesting responses to this, including a picture of a koala doing a really cute face. And then I posted a GIF that was just like, "The real murderer framed you."
That's what I was wondering. Like, how many crimes are actually committed by koalas that we fucking got, stuck with?
All I'm saying is, man, if you're gonna, do something and leave fingerprints, bring a koala with you to confuse the detectives.
Yes.
See if you can frame the koala. This one, Andrew Shanklin apparently gave ideas to Ted Cruz because Ted Cruz warned Disney that programming will soon depict Mickey and Pluto fucking. I don't know if you heard this, but he explicitly said he thinks the company's opposition to Florida's Don't Say Gay law means it's going to introduce X-rated content featuring animated characters going at it. Like, again, I can't parody this. I just sent it to Andrew. That's all I can do. Stop encouraging Cruz. Over on the Amy Sedaris group page, which is absolutely tremendous, Six Frost has posted a picture of the original G.I. Joe with Kung Fu grip. And man, I remember this man. He has a big old brown buzzy beard, had this killer camo and stuff, and the Kung Fu grip. And he says, we all thought he was the ultimate badass. Then pictures of him surfaced, drunk, naked, and hanging out in cardboard boxes, screaming obscenities at the neighborhood children. Got a picture of him like in the first panel beating up Cobra, and then in the second panel naked, kind of drunk looking. He's not looking too good there. A little wobbly. Looks like he's dancing. Oh yeah, G.I. Joe, Kung Fu grip. Large part of my early childhood. This next is a picture from Kathy Fulop Chamberlain in Citizens of Night Vale Uncensored. And if you're not following Citizens of Night Vale Uncensored, you are missing out. It's a picture of a bumper sticker on the back of a truck, and it says, how am I driving? How does an engine even work? How can a loving God cause such agony? That was just a trigger, Michael. All right.
That sounds like a chaplain.
Angry Robot at Angry Robot Books posts, Count Dracula was 412 when he moved to England in search of new blood. Sauron was 54,000 years old when he forged the One Ring. Cthulhu had seen galaxies flare into life and fade into darkness before he put madness in the minds of men. It's never too late to follow your dreams. Posted courtesy of Vermin Supreme. Thank you, Vermin. You are my favorite uncle. This next one also posted Facebook for the Blind, a weekly memecast. If you're not following Facebook for the Blind, a weekly memecast, what are you doing? Republicans reject math books that teach math, science books that teach science, and history books that teach history, which explains why their version of Christianity has nothing to do with the Bible. Posted by the other 98%. Mwah! Chef's kiss.
Yeah. Listen, man, I got to say, and I don't know if you remember the conversation we had years ago when Trump was first running for president. And I told you that there was this interesting rise of the Christian left. And their open critique of this Christian nationalism has become a thing of beauty.
Mm.
That's all I have to say.
Gotcha. I agree.
We needed to take them down, man.
Yeah. Well, it's sad they're going to take the good ones down with them, but alas.
Yeah.
This one I posted just a brief. If you didn't see that Amazon decided to censor certain words from its communications app for its employees, and at Joshua Potash posts, the talk about Russian oligarchs is sounding extra hypocritical right now as oligarch Elon Musk buys the biggest share of Twitter when just bought Twitter, and oligarch Jeff Bezos bans employees from saying words like freedom and ethics and union, and also bathroom. That was posted by Workers' Party of Massachusetts, and it's completely insane. Late Stage Capitalism on Reddit has posted a picture of a man towing a boat. And if you look really closely, the name of the boat is Rent Increase. And it says, fuck this guy and everything about him. People are homeless or barely able to survive. And this douchebag names his boat Rent Increase, which he steals income by being a goddamn leech. Eat the fucking rich. Which I think is hilarious. Comedy gold. Comedy.
Oh,
yeah. Rent increase. Friend of the show, Drew Harmon on 420. For those who observe 420 posts, Ebenezer wakes this morning, sticks his head outside. You there, boy? What day is it? Kid walking by. What? Man, time is only man's construct to create scarcity, so we feel like we have to buy stuff, dude. Ebenezer, it's still 4:20. I haven't missed it. Pretty good.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Good.
Woo!
All right.
Finally. Woo!
Memes that can save the world posted congratulations because Netflix has lost 200,000 subscribers. Sounds like 200,000 young people just got on the housing ladder. And last, until we do post with the most, friend of the show, Chris Gardner posts hashtag women. David Yates, who says, I don't think women are that complicated. Most of them just want cheese, orgasms, and for you to go to therapy.
Damn right.
Pretty good.
Happy to be here.
All right.
Exactly.
All we have left is the post with the most.
Indeed.
My post with the most this week, was me just literally posting a conversation I had with my daughter, PJ. It says, and this was, of course, in observance of like the Easter holiday. Me, PJ, who killed Jesus? PJ, the government. Me, yes, that's right.
That's right.
So that one really did me right. And I got to say, it is not lost on me that the funniest things I say is just quoting my daughter verbatim.
That's awesome.
It is routinely the funniest thing I say.
Fantastic.
So, got a question, Michael. Is PJ for Polly Jean?
No, Parker Joe.
Okay. So Polly
right.
Jean is PJ Harvey. That's why I was asking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, my post with the most, which I put on Facebook for the Blind, weekly meme cast. McDonald's needs to chill because McCafe slogan sign says, come inside me next time. It's like, try our muffins. I just put the lyrics. You ain't seen nothing till you're down on a muffin. Come inside me next time.
It's gotta be posted on the outside of their drive-through, right? Is this what they're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the window next to it.
Come inside me next time. McDonald's needs to chill.
Idiots.
We live in stupid
times.
Absolutely stupid times. Well, that has been an episode of Facebook for the Blind for April 26, 2022.
Love you, George. I gotta say though, man, McDonald's is gonna have to take some COVID tests before I even think about coming inside next time.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.